Morning. Hi, everybody on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Instagram. Yeah, I hope you're all okay this morning. So, I wanted to, of course, take you through a guided morning meditation as normal. I've been doing this now for a number of days, and yeah, I've been getting great feedback, great messages. I think this is really needed right now. I think people need something. Routine's really important for people. In terms of your mental health, definitely routine is a big one. Some of you will know who follow Relax with Lucy Co that I'm a mental health nurse, and so I'm advocating about lots of different mental health strategies and things that are helpful all day long, usually in my everyday nursing job. And routine is one thing that I do speak a lot about to people. Especially if they suffer with anxiety and low mood, because two of those things are quite debilitating, and that can, affect people's motivation to do things, and people can often find themselves lacking and not really knowing what to do with the day. So one of the things that I will advocate to people is, really understanding that routine's massive in terms of looking after your well-being and your mental health. So starting it off with a meditation practice is perfect for a routine, because it not only helps to start your day off, really well. The more times you do it, it will help to regulate that nervous system. And if you're somebody who's very anxious, then you'll find yourself in, a very anxious state a lot of the time. And what meditation is doing, it's helping to soothe the mind, soothe the body, and helping to move you into what we call that parasympathetic state, which is going to help you feel much more relaxed. And it's great just to stick to something every single day. So, I've mentioned, I show up because you show up, and this is going to be continuing every day. We're also going to be putting on an evening meditation as well at 8 o'clock. It won't be myself that does that. It will be other instructors that represent our team. So if you can't make the mornings, then, there is some evening ones in the pipeline coming up, which is good news. Also, while we're just quickly on the live, I wanted to let you know about our recent project idea, which was to take mindfulness into, to use mindfulness to help new parents. We've applied for some funding and we got it, we won it. So we will be starting some mindful parenting sessions very soon. And we are hoping to secure more funding to continue our usual mindfulness sessions. So yeah, all good news here. So this morning then, I wanted to take you through a really wonderful meditation that engages our senses. Now, this is a really great practice to do because it helps us to stay present and to stay grounded. Now, for a lot of us, if we are quite anxious all the time, we don't really spend a lot of the time in the present moment, because we're always, or might be, always thinking about lots of different things, lots of thoughts coming in, they come fast. And sometimes our thoughts can be so so fast and so intrusive that we don't spend a lot of the time in the present moment, just sort of being here now. And one of the ways into the present moment is by experiencing our direct experience through our senses. So I wanted to take you through a guided meditation practice to engage our senses this morning. And aside from a formal practice, this is really good to do, because what you can do is, sorry, I think I'm getting a bit of a cold. What you can do is, in your everyday life, you can take this idea of connecting with your senses out into the world. So if you ever feel anxious, a really, really good way to kind of just engage with the present moment and come back to the body, because that's where the truth is, isn't it? The body is what we feel. Engaging with our senses can be a really great way to do that. And this is really good for children as well. If children are very, very kind of worried or anxious, take them through this as well if there are any parents on the live today. So I want to invite you then to get into a really wonderful, relaxed position. However that is for you this morning, it's entirely up to you. You don't have to sit cross-legged on the floor. Please don't think meditation looks like this, because it really doesn't look like this. It's just, I just like sitting this way. So, you can do meditation on the sofa, you can do it on the bed, you can do it on a chair. You can buy fancy meditation stools and cushions. I've got some. In fact, this is a really great meditation cushion from the Buddy Centre in Manchester. So yeah, you can buy lots of different things to help. But meditation is just important to do in a relaxed position so that you are not feeling distracted by, your achy back or your leg that's gone numb. When I used to teach live meditation sessions before lockdown, a lot of people used to come to the session, and it was very normal at first for them to tell me that they couldn't concentrate because something was hurting or something felt uncomfortable. And as we get better with meditation, we can learn to be with those uncomfortable feelings. But at the very, very start of a meditation, especially if you're a beginner, it's really important to make sure that you are comfortable, because it's not an easy thing anyway, meditation. So you don't want to be distracted by the sensations that you feel which are causing you distress. So we're going to begin today by taking 3 long, deep breaths, and deep, deliberate breaths. So breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. One more time, breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the mouth. And then just allowing the breath to do what it wants to do, just breathing normally, not changing the breath in any way. And maybe just noticing the breath, noticing what's here now for you, what sensations are present. Now, if the mind wanders around today, that's absolutely fine. It's normal for this to happen, so please do not think that meditation is about emptying your mind of thoughts, because we can't do that, unless you're a monk, probably somewhere in the world. But for the likes of me and you, all we're doing here is we're just noticing the nature of our mind, the nature of our thoughts. As our thoughts come in and as our thoughts pass by, just noticing what's there. And when we get really good at this, we begin to see that actually most of our thoughts are repetitive. We don't really have many original thoughts, because our mind is a little bit like a record player. It just goes round and round and round, the same thoughts coming in. And this is really reassuring to know, because when you sit in a meditation practice or lie or even stand, and your thoughts are coming in, it means that you can rest in the knowledge that you don't have to attend to that thought in this moment. You don't have to act on it, because the chances are it will come back again. Unless it's a really, really important thought, it definitely needs your attention now, such as, you've left a pan of vegetables boiling on the cooker, then obviously yes. But a lot of our thoughts are just thoughts. So when this happens in meditation, just acknowledge those thoughts, notice them, and return back to the breath. That is the practice. It's that returning back to the breath, returning back to the present moment, returning back to what's real now in this moment. So, what's real now for you? We're going to take our awareness now to the first of our senses, which is our hearing. So, what can you hear today? What sounds are in your environment? Now, these are real in this moment. Remember, this present moment is all that's real. Really just listening to the sounds that you can hear. The sound maybe of the traffic, of the birds. And we're not trying to attach any stories to these sounds. We're just listening. This is your life right now, playing out in this very moment as you rest here, listening to these sounds. This is real. And now we're going to be moving our awareness now away from the sense of sound. And I want you to focus on the sense of sight. So, first of all, if your eyes are closed, I want you just to notice what you can see, meaning what you can see behind the eyes. So, there might be maybe different colours from the light as it hits your eyelids. It might just be darkness. Notice what's happened to the breath as you do this. You might find that the breath is maybe slowed down, or maybe you are tense, just really intense focusing of this sense. So if that's you, just relax the body. Take some deeper breaths, slow that breath down. And then ever so gently, if your eyes are closed today, just gently flutter open the eyelids and just notice what the first thing is that you can see. Really noticing the colours, the shapes. Taking a moment to appreciate this wonderful sense of sight that so many of us take for granted. And then gently allowing the eyes to close again. Moving your awareness now to the sense of smell. Taking a deep breath in through your nose. Releasing the breath. What can you smell today? What smells are in your environment? You may be able to smell breakfast. Or if you're listening somewhere else in the world right now in a different time zone, then there may be other smells that you can smell. Really just noticing that sense of smell. Now, not getting caught up again in any stories with the sense of smell. For some of us, smells are very powerful and they can take us back to memories, sometimes good memories, sometimes bad memories. But remember that we are trying to stay present right now. So we're just noticing a smell, not getting carried along in its story. And moving now to your sense of taste, gently moving your tongue around in your mouth. Noticing, first of all, the textures of the mouth. And then bringing into your awareness anything that you can taste. Notice how this direct experience helps you to be more present. Remember, mindfulness is about being in the present moment. Because I always talk about this all the time, but a lot of us spend so much time in an imagined future, worrying about lots of things that haven't happened, that might happen, that have happened if you're going into the past. And the problem with that is that we can't control any of that. We can't change what's going on. We can't predict the future. All of that is just extra noise that we add on to our experience of being alive. And often when we learn to stay in the present moment, it's a much calmer place to be. We can experience our life. I mean, what's the point in having a life if you're not there to witness it? And so finally taking it upon which you rest. So you may be leaning on a cushion or sitting on a chair or the bed. Notice any pleasant sensations. So you may be wrapped in a wonderful duvet or a cozy blanket. And we're going to bring in to our awareness our breath as well as we focus on the sense of touch. So notice the body moving with the breath. Notice the sensations of your clothing and your skin. Notice any areas in the body, any points of contact with the surface beneath you or behind you. And so dropping all awareness now of everything and just using this moment to be still. Sitting here doing absolutely nothing. How does that feel? And before we bring this practice to a close today, I want you just to smile. Smile now. How does that make you feel when you smile? Maybe taking this smile with you into your day today. You know, smiling sends wonderful signals back to the brain. It actually can change the way that we feel even by smiling, even if we don't feel like smiling. Notice how it makes you feel now to smile. Lifts your mood a little bit. And a smile is contagious. You know, it's very hard not to smile back at someone, isn't it, when they smile at you? And then gently opening your eyes. And taking a stretch if you need. So what we've just done then there is we've took our awareness through our experience of the senses today, which is, it's a wonderful practice. Let me know how you found that one. I really like doing that one. So, and again, you know, it's not something that you can do. You don't have to just do that during a formal meditation practice. You can take that out into the world with you as you experience the world. You know, being mindful is all about, you know, this idea of mindfulness in every day. So mindfulness doesn't just look like a meditation practice. Mindfulness is a way of living. It's a way of being. It's a way of experiencing things, you know, being more present through your day as you engage with people, as you make it not easy. But with practice, you start to notice that there are longer moments through the day that you are more aware, more present, more in the moment, and less of, you know, your time is spent up here thinking. I mean, we do need to think, we need to plan, you know, we need to do that to get through things, to move forward. But a lot of us can spend too much time in that thinking mind and not necessarily experiencing what's right there now. So thank you so much for joining me. Keep following, and I will check in tomorrow at 8 o'clock again. And you have a wonderful day. I'll see you later, everyone.